This is Cutting Down the Nets, January 14th. It's Friday. It's a short schedule. There's 11 games. I see two pretty darn good plays, and then I'm adding a couple to my pool for the year. We've played over 500 games. We're 284 and 222 for a 56.1% clip. Yesterday we went 3-3. Bucknell never in it. Mean Green was a sweat. Everything else worked out pretty easily. And then we got the Hoosiers. Mike Woodson seeing what looked like his first three-quarter court press in his life as the Hoosiers blow a big lead, turn it over 23 times. And look, man, I get if Abilene Christian's pressing you, or but like an Iowa token three-quarter court, it looked like they'd never ever seen a press before. So that was certainly interesting. And the story of the game, 23, 24 turnovers, something like that. So whatever, a 3-3 day after being so hot is perfectly fine. So we got a short schedule today. Let's fly through the games. And then obviously the next video, Saturdays, will be much bigger with the giant schedule. Davidson, Richmond, not seeing much here. I have Davidson by 2. Lions to pick 'em. Even if Richmond was a slight favorite, I'm not seeing a whole lot for that game. Michigan, Illinois, the only reason this one is listed is it opened at like 7.5. There's not going to be enough buyback to put this in play, but I'll mention the game just in case. Shot quality, Michigan, 73 overall, Illinois, number 2 overall. Michigan offense, 81, defense, 89, Illinois, 3-23. Illinois' offense has been extremely consistent. The one flaw they have in their offensive game is turnovers, and Michigan forces those at a 14.5% clip, which is 343rd in college basketball. That's not good if you're scoring at home. But pretty big number here, and certainly the number has gotten bigger, so not seeing much value. I would want something less than 7 to get me interested in this game. VCU, St. Bonaventure. Okay, from a shot quality perspective, this game's fairly close. VCU's 86 overall, Bona's 82. They do it different ways. VCU's inept offensively, but elite defensively. Something is wrong with St. Bonaventure's defense, and it's now been a big enough sample that like it's just not working. It's certainly not what it was last year. But here's what I think the story of the game is. One, this shows up as an immense play because from an efficiency standpoint, I have VCU by 6.2, and they're actually getting points in the spot. Earlier today, I bet at 2.5, but that number is gone. That doesn't matter. I'm fine with anything as a plus here. So I think the story of the game is St. Bonaventure had a 25-day layoff. They came back and went straight to overtime. Overtime for St. Bonaventure is a little different. They are 357th in bench minutes, and they had like 5 starters play 42 to 45 minutes, which is not ideal. So this should be a bit of a dogfight with some tired legs for Bonaventure. And you want a dogfight? Vince Williams, dog. Ace Baldwin, he's a dog. Marcus Jonas, okay, he's not really a dog, but he's a fine basketball player. Stockard, dog. So give me the Rams here on the road. I like it, but just like any other play, I like it the same. So don't make this a 5-unit play or something like that. I always think that's stupid. Fresno State, UNLV. I have Fresno State by 5. This is a pick'em. KenPom has Fresno State by 1. So shot quality perspective, Fresno State 61 overall, 102 offense, 45 defense. UNLV 177, 245, and 121. So Fresno State has moved up the analytic rankings. They were 131st in KenPom at the start of the season, all the way down to 60th. And in Torvak, they move from 133 to 33. We saw something similar with Navy. Navy, man, surged this year, and their analytic profile looked real good. They made up a lot of ground. However, their shot quality was far behind. Shot quality had them in the 200s, and then Ken Pom and Torvik had them much, much, much lower than that. So in this case, Fresno has earned, in my opinion, this ranking. And when shot quality matches up with the analytics like this, I like it a lot. An extra sprinkle here is UNLV's defense has been propped up by some recent three-point defense and could be due for some regression. Sometimes that regression comes all at once, but typically it occurs over the next 6 to 8 games or whatever that may be. All right, 2 other games. Buffalo Ball. Anytime I see those teams together, I think of Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. I don't know why, so sorry. No, wait, is she a great big fat person? So that was my Buffalo Bill. But anyway, shot quality perspective. Buffalo, 140th overall. Ball State, 179th overall. So fairly close. And to be getting 2 possessions here is pretty nice. But we haven't seen it this year, but Buffalo has an offensive ceiling. And Ball State's defense is certainly not good. But I think there's value here on Ball State. So what I'm doing with this game is a line 6.5. Ken Pom has it at 8. I'm just going to wait and wait and wait. And if it never comes, I'll sit it out. But just give me a bigger number and give me a deal on Ball State if I'm going to back them. Monmouth and St. Peter's is listed because this game opened at 4.5. And now I like it much less at 5.5. So at this point, I'll sit it out. But with the Ken Pom number of 4, it's possible we get some buyback here. Shot quality, Monmouth 175, St. Peter's 217. Here's the good and the bad. St. Peter's last game was 12/18, December 18th. What were you doing 1 week before Christmas? That's how long ago it's been. So certainly an edge for Monmouth facing a team that hasn't played in so long. But the problem is when they haven't played for a month, my sample size on St. Peter's is far less than other teams I'm comparing it to. So makes things a little tricky. Stylistically, St. Peter's likes to get to the rack. And yeah, at 5.5, I'll sit out and we'll see what happens from there. I want to note one thing. Situational betting. I've done a little of it. I obviously can spot it. I think you can too. Like when a great team that's playing really hot runs into a cold team that's not playing very well, and they face each other, situationally, it's a good time to back the cold team. However, it doesn't always work out. So I think it's tough to pick your spots and be like, oh, this is the game that both teams regress at the exact same time. And sometimes it's wrong, and 2 teams are headed in the wrong direction. So I got burned big time. Providence, Marquette. All the regression hit at once. Nothing you can do. Boom, dumpster fire. But we've seen it. Alabama, Auburn. Saw it again tonight. Texas Tech, Okie State. But I think there's an opportunity on Saturday against Texas Tech with K-State. So this is something to note. So, final card. Friday's slate. VCU is currently 1.5 point dogs. I'd bet them as a plus anything. And then Fresno as a pick 'em. Those are ones I like, and I'd bet as soon as possible. I'm monitoring Ball State plus 6.5 because Ken Pom is 8, and Monmouth minus 5.5 because Ken Pom is 4. So that is what I'm looking at for Friday. There's only 11 games, not much out there. Best of luck to you, and we'll see you for a big Saturday.